up, everybody? My name is Tiasia Cockrell, and welcome to Tea with Tiasia. So thankful you guys tuned into my channel. Today I'm showing you a pretty simple face beat with a natural look like so. Disclaimer, I took an L, literally. I got my fingers cut by some scissors, thankfully, to my daughter's Christmas present. I don't do well with scissors, and I learned that. So these band-aids, don't talk about me. I already know it. So other than that, stay tuned to for this video, and I'll show you how to do it.
Alright, you guys, so I am actually suffering from a lot of hyperpigmentation scars from old breakouts and everything. So this makeup is actually really good to cover up those scars. Very full coverage. So my face is already primed and everything, and I'm just going in with my brow brush and some pretty much an old brow palette from my hair store. It's called Zen Design. You could just use any brow powder you want though, and just fill in your brows for your desired look. I'm pretty sure the powder palette that I'm using was probably like under, I'm thinking like $3. You don't need anything expensive if you don't want to. I'm into drugstore makeup if I can, so yeah. Alrighty, next I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. So I got that from my hair store as well. Those range around $2 to $3, super cheap. So I'm just taking a concealer brush and just lining my eyebrows from top to bottom and just trying to spread it out to make my eyebrows look just kind of sharp and clean. So then I just take my finger and just rub it on through, pat it in, and just give you that complete clean look. So I'm going to do the other brow. So if you guys don't know how to do your brows, I know it's a lot of tutorials, but here's a quick one. I know like a lot of makeup artists, they use like the brush to blend out the concealer, but I use my finger. I just feel like it gives you more of a natural look. Okay, so next I'm using the L'Oreal concealer in the shade 7 Cream Cafe as a base for my eyeshadow, so it helps your makeup or your eyeshadow not crease. But honestly, you could use any concealer you have, just use as a base. So next I have the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the color medium 25 to set that concealer. This is what helps your eyeshadows to lock and stay into place throughout the day without smearing or moving or creasing. Next, I took my Tarte makeup palette. I don't know the name of this palette, but it has a deep purple, and I just used that as my first eyeshadow color for both eyes. So with your brush, you're going to go from out to in and in to out and just move in a circular motion inside of the crease of your eye. Next, from that Tarte palette, I used a neutralish pink and just added that on the top of that purple, and I did that for both eyes. With your brush, do a patting motion across your eyelid, and it'll help you build that color up. Okay, so with that same Tarte palette, I took a shimmery gold and I layered the edges of my eyelids with that color just to give it a little extra pop. So once again, with your brush, do that same patting motion and it'll definitely bring out the sparkle. Next, I took my L'Oreal liquid eyeliner in black and lined my eyes before I apply my eyelashes. Alright, so next I have my lashes from the hair store. I literally only buy hair store lashes because they're so cheap, but they are awesome. And I use my invisible glue, the duo version, and apply some lashes. Now I have the black Opal foundation stick in warm almond, and I'm just applying that around my areas. And I love this foundation stick because it's definitely full coverage, medium to full coverage. And like I said, if you have hyperpigmentation like myself, this will cover you up, girl. So you can feel confident throughout your day. I love it. I'm also using my Real Techniques beauty blender sponge, and that thing is awesome. So it is a little damp because I just washed it, but it helps to blend in your makeup a little better. So just put it all around your face, and I advise you put it on your ears and down your neck. Next, I have the black Opal concealer stick in the shade Honey number 2, and I really love this concealer stick because it actually stays in place and like holds to your face throughout the day. So I'm putting that underneath my eyes, down my nose, up above my my eyebrows, and then down my chin. And I take another beauty blender. This one, I'm not sure where I got it from, but it's not that great, but it does work. I use that just to blend it all in, just to try to make it fit your foundation. So now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 25. I used this one earlier, and I'm taking that beauty blender sponge and just patting it into my skin where the concealer is, just to set it. So you guys can definitely get a concealer in a loose powder that's a little more closer to your skin tone. I do have that as well, but this time I just want to go a little bit lighter, just give me a bit of a dramatic look, but still something neutral. So now I'm taking my True Complexion contour palette in the shade medium, and I'm using the darkest color to contour my cheeks and down my jawline and around my forehead. I know even though your girl got some features already, I use a makeup just to define it just a little bit more. Now I'm taking my brush, it's just a blending brush, and I'm just brushing out that setting powder, and then I'll use that same brush to brush out that that contour, a darker powders. And I use the same brush because I feel like it helps with blending everything in without having like any harsh lines. So just keep blending it in until your desired look. I try not to take too much of the powder, like the highlighting powder out, but I do want it to look a little bit natural. Now I'm taking my black Radiance loose setting powder in the shade Honeymoon, and I'm going to put that on top of my other setting powder, and it's just going to bring it down just a smidge to give me more of a natural look. And this step is definitely not required. I just wanted to give me a little bit more natural look, and also I learned that once you kind of set your powder twice, it stays longer throughout your day. So just a little tip. Now I'm going to take my brush and blend everything out together. Now I'm pulling back out my Tarte palette, and I'm going to choose the light pink and put it on my cheeks for a pop of blush. And just rub that on down. Now I'm going to pull out my highlighter, my Fenty highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. Love this stuff, it's very pigmented. So throw that on top of that blush, like a little bit over it. And I'll do that over my cheeks, down my nose, and I think I got my forehead too. And with a small brush, you're just going to dab that and throw that in the corner of your eye ducts. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. But yeah, in the corner of your eye, just throw some highlight in it just to give it a little bit more spark. I also put some underneath my brows, and that gave my brow like a little bit more pop. And y'all just need some pop in your life. It's what it is. So throw that underneath it, and it'll definitely help your brows come out a little bit more. Your eyeshadow as well. Then I took my Be Simone Beauty lip liner in the shade 2, which is named Block Him. Love it. So this liner is really good. Only thing is it's around the same color as my own lip color, so you can't really see too much, but it does help my gloss stay in place and just line my lips. I took my Be Simone lip gloss in the shade You're My Boyfriend. If y'all don't know her, please go follow her on Instagram and get you some of her gloss. I love how creamy this gloss is, and it's so cute. So we are at the end, you guys. I used my Milani Make It Last matte finishing spray, and I sprayed a good amount around my face, fanned that, and I just let it sit for a second, and we are done. So I'm so excited about the turnout and just the look of it, and I hope you guys loved it as well. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and I will love to see you guys back.